Good morning, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. I hope you're enjoying the examination of a fence today. Can I see that right there? Hi, can I see that sign? I want to see the sign. That sign that's taped on there, I'd like to get it on camera, please, so we have evidence of what it is. It says notice. I can't quite read it, but thank you. That's a little bit better. Let's see if we can zoom. Cops Day, everybody. This is September 30th, 2020. So again, this is not a 7-day notice. These are master Palco temp panel wastes. These may have been purchased instead of rented this time. See how they're paying attention to what we're telling them. This is not in the spirit of the settlement. Of course, this isn't in the spirit of solving problems. We are out here at the intersection of 25th and California, and we're gonna show you that there's a garbage can. There's a truck full of personal totes, but it seems that the totes are not really being used because they're all stacked in there empty. So that means that the totes that were here were not utilized for the purposes of storing people's property. They were just there to show that they might hold people's property. Maybe I'm wrong. A couple of those look like they may have stuff in them. And we'll just zoom in and see. What do you think? So what you need to know, Joe, Eric Brandt, right and wrongs. Good morning, everybody. Chris Tenorio, good morning, buddy. Sally Smith, Mr. Brandt again. We're outside a homeless sweep. That's Welton on the other side of the street. There's a garbage truck. There's services, there's Parks and Rec, there's all kinds of things going on here. They have blocked the alley with 2 pieces of fencing. And then down Welton Street from, would be not Stout, because we're on California, but Welton, Welton Street. There's fencing that appears to go all the way down the sidewalk line as well. And we're gonna check this alley out so you can see how much fencing. Oh, it's Champion Fence. How could I have doubted it? How could I have doubted that it was Champion Fence Rentals, right? So the city isn't buying the infrastructure. They're not paying for all of this. This is a tree line base here. And you see that they've got wood that falls out into the parking right away. Could hurt cars or other such things. But there's also like this whole fencing, guys. You gotta understand. It screws up the watering infrastructure and it causes giant puddles everywhere. And it seems that on this funeral. Yes, ma'am, I'm how can I help you?
We have people that are coming here to the loss of a loved one. So I'm gonna need you to do that part on that property.
I'm sorry?
I need you to do that recording over from that side.
That side?
Yes.
Gladly.
No.
She just asked me to go do that on that side. Miss.
You can't be on my property.
This is this alley, right?
No, this is not an alley. This is the church, and I have a body in that car. I need you to move.
Harvey, I need you to back up on the other side of the fence.
I need you to move around.
Okay, great, ma'am. Great, ma'am. I thought you were at sidewalk, and you can back up. You can back up.
This is a driveway.
This is a public sidewalk that I was walking through before she came at me. However, you can back up onto the other side of the fence.
I want you to know.
Back up to the other side. Name and badge number. This is not a consensual conversation.
You are not
back the fuck up.
On their property.
Back up.
You come on their property.
You need to back up and give me your name and badge number, Harvey. Name and badge number.
Put it on your arrest paperwork after you.
Name and badge number. This is not a consensual conversation. Away from me.
How disrespectful are you? Can we have peace, please, and respect? Do you see this? You see this? This means something to people. Please respect that. Well, get spiritual and respect our space. Please and thank you.
So who's the supervisor on location, please? Can I get through? That's right. On that side of the fence, Harvey, where you belong.
And since you are standing in the middle of the roadway, please don't get hit by a car.
Oh, I'm not in the middle of a roadway. I'm on a public sidewalk. And if you'd like me to make it easier for you, I'll just walk back and forth. Would that help you? See, there's a stop sign in the alley. Therefore, it must be an alley and a road. There's a stop sign there. Must be some kind of traffic laws that I could be educated on real quick. Love to go around, but the road is fucking blocked off. Love to pass on the sidewalk, but you did shit closed it down. Love to give respect to the dead and the dying, but it happens every day on the streets of Denver. Every day! See? The sidewalk's closed. The street is closed. The alley's got a stop sign on it. I think that was a traffic sign. I think that where there are traffic signs, that's public right of way. And then an alley, like a sidewalk, is a public right of way. So, while I'm marching back and forth on the sidewalk, not getting permission to trans through on a taxpayer-funded public alley with stop signs and one-way signs on it, directional traffic instructions. Look at Harvey, the big man, gloving up because he wants to go hands down. Oof, 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 oof. See, and I know the laws. As long as I traverse, I walk. Ain't shit you can do, boss. Ain't shit you can do. Look at all the Denver public vehicles parked in a private parking lot. Good morning.
What's up? It's so faster.
I know. How are you doing?
Good. I'm just out for my run. What are you doing today?
Oh, I was quietly and peacefully videotaping until the pastor or member of this church got up on my face for walking down the sidewalk videotaping because they're trying to exit a casket. And instead of giving me permission to walk on through the public alley where there's street signs, she said, "No, you can't come through here," and I was threatened with arrest today. So, knowing that I'm 3-0 and trying to be respectful of the church, contemplating how I'm going to get around and through this situation, but not stop videotaping. And just enjoying
So another day in the life of Brian.
another day in the life. Yeah, I wanted to do something different today. I asked for it, and then I just quietly came down here and got shit thrown at me. So, we do what we do to focus on the taxpayer expenses and the shaming, because, I preached in the streets of New Orleans during the middle of Mardi Gras. Talk about the power of the Holy Spirit in our lives and the role of God in our world and individually and as societies and as communities. And then I look at these fences that they put up behind us and around us and between us even. And I can't tell the difference between what I thought that Nazi Germany looked like with the hell of Europe in the while America had its roaring 20s and into the 30s there and all the things that happened, and think about the world I live in today and where it's going. So, yeah, I need to do more of that though. Self-care and exercise. I guess. And you're quite a distance from home if I remember the calculations of where I saw you at home.
5 miles today.
Good job.
Then I gotta go to work.
Enjoy.
All right, bye.
Be safe. Have a great day. Thank you.
Expecting another car for Broadway southwest corner, still waiting the next road to Hispanic Hill 820, 53, kind of heavy, conversation for this. White writing, green sweatshirt, black cap with red shoes, probably intoxicated in the other or drugs or mental health issues.
So it appears as if what we have is a situation where the people were told that they could help, that they could actually physically assist in moving people's property, and then they were denied such access. And I really would love for a lawyer to tell me where where the public right of way and where the private right of way exists, right? Because my belief is that if there's a street sign, then that is, and by the way, this daytime watering in the early morning hour like this is such a waste of water. It's an evaporated consumption expense that's just not very beneficial. And I wonder if these water fountains are normally scheduled like this, or if they were turned on to try to annoy me. So as I indicated earlier, that way down there is where people who have been here for hours are awaiting to assist, to provide services, moving of property and goods, to be the issue. Much Morbid Angel, appreciate that. Mr. Harvey. Mr. Harvey is soon to be named defendant in my next action. Right? See, if I'm standing on a public road and I have a public right of passage where they have eliminated the fencing off of the alley, and then I should have a public right to transport myself through the public road per the Constitution and the freedoms that I enjoy under the Constitution. But Mr. Harvey has threatened me with arrest for walking into the alley, aka public roadway, if it is indeed a public roadway based on the traffic signs which are located therein. Now, we are offering respect to the deceased and the church that is holding services today, while the city of Denver refuses to do so through their operation on the day of this said service. A lot of water on the ground in some places here on the sidewalk. Good morning, AV. Mr. Brandt, what did you say? The answer to name and badge number is not. We should have highlighted that, huh? That's the first 15 minutes of the video, easily. Man, how they like to escalate it. How they like to escalate. So, yeah, that's a new lawsuit. By the way, I've decided that for the assistance that you people out in the world that are gonna do some of the legwork that we're gonna ask for here soon in the Loma suits, we're gonna do it in the name of an NGO. The Plastic wants to build micro factories and shipping containers that are shippable, portable to all corners of the world where plastic pollution and plastic consumption exists, so that we have the capacity. It is the fence J. Morse is impeding the public right of way, and there's no signage on the fence to explain why the fuck a fence is here. Right? Just like the cop that shoots me from roughly the same distance of that garbage truck, right? To the fence. Like, I got shot from about that distance, right in the right breast, and got a new lawsuit filing on that, and that's the point, right? So you can watch them. They're just throwing trash away or throwing people's property away or hauling shit out of here. Here's the situation I was trying to tell you. This is a new lawsuit. This Jay Harvey for failure to identify, and I'm going to be giving 50% of my civil rights collections to the not-for-profit that'll be created for Cut the Plastic environmental mitigation around the world through the construction of micro factories. And so we're going to file these lawsuits. We're going to need lists to do some kind of organizational. Wow, that just happened. The fence turned on the camera. As we do these lawsuits, I have a law firm that's going to file them, and they're going to give me 50% of my stake. They're going to match as long as I put it in non-for-profit. And I've decided that it's time to get real with the real work. Changing consumption practices and habits. So I want to know the expense of the garbage truck to pick up and throw away items. And I want to see an equivalency of that expense on the streets and trash and mitigation efforts through recycling bins and trash cans that can be regulated through regular service, through an employment schedule. And so that we're not paying overtime, we're not paying extra, we're not paying biohazard for the majority of the stuff that doesn't need to be managed as stuff. And if you remember through a variety of the videos that I've broadcast in the recent days, year and a half, 2 years, one of the things that we've recorded and that we've shown you is that the contract for these people to be here at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this work, and the police officers who are in uniform but might be off duty, is compiled with the non-electric gasoline consumption of this vehicle YLO 833, which is running as a either gasoline or diesel engine. It's probably been running for 3 or 4 hours now this morning, just burning gas. That CO2 emissions into the atmosphere. That is an impact, an environmental impact of the displacement of homeless people on a regular and consistent basis. All this stuff that's being thrown directly in the dumpster, the percentage of that that's recyclable is probably about, I'm going to give it just a rough estimate based on what I can see here, of 20 to 30% minimum recyclable components there. And for those recyclable components, not compostable components, that's 400 to 1,000 years of degradation in a landfill. If we had a recycling bin for the Gatorade bottle that could have been emptied out and then put in the recycling bin, that would have been recycled, put back into the waste stream. And so there are countries around the world, there are places around the world where they actually recognize the cultural and the spiritual connection to these things. They haven't lost track of it. And we're going to spend the rest of our lives doing the work that's more important. And that is integrating infrastructure. Because I'm tired of protesting. I'm tired of just waving my flag around and earning contempt of cop violations, right? What I want is to be implementing the factual and actual changes. So as we take on the lawsuit this morning for Jay Harvey failing to identify, threatening use of force in an illegal way, we're going to show you why contempt of cop is the attitude that happens in so much of this world. As we look at the Eric Brandt Chronicles in Madison, North Carolina, and around the suburbs of the small communities, the 13 states that originally said, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union. Can see how that union is not more perfect. The public is being failed to be kept. No taxation without representation. Well, that garbage truck represents my tax dollars. The emissions coming out of that stack right now that are visible to me in the hazy smoke of this poor air quality morning, where the police vehicle sits running, where the smaller vehicles are running, but where the hearse over there, in respect to Father God, to Mother Earth, shut off the engine while the casket sits inside for an hour or so, waiting to be brought into the building, waiting for this operation to be done so the cameras are gone that are so disconcerting. Because it's not the relationship to the community. It's not a relationship with one another and how we treat the human beings that are forced to wake up in 40-degree weather or go to sleep in 30-degree weather, right? Frostbite, die, diapers on their buttocks, their livers failing while they sleep on a cardboard mat illegally on the streets. Right? This isn't the better humanity and the respect for the dead or the living. I'm just in so much pain. Solar cycle change denialist. I don't know what the fuck you mean by that. Of course, solar cycles change. Even the biggest of methodical Christians, the Seventh-day Adventists, recognize the possibility that they are not the only creations of a living God in a universe that is 20 billion times greater than their minds can fathom. That is as an ant is to a skyscraper, so is our individual universe to the galaxy of galaxies, right? So there goes a tent. That's another 1,000 years in the waste stream. A living domicile folded up that they're just throwing in the landfill, not in a personal property container, not in a human being, have a right to possess this packaging. Yeah, and the reality is, based on what your son's court case is, maybe it shouldn't have even been criminalized. Look at that dust. You think they just shovel the dust up, clean the streets, not just the humans. Oh, violated speedy trial by a year. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Folks, this video is powered by you, by the way. If you haven't liked it, if you haven't shared it, please consider doing so. That advertising pennies, they add up every once in a while. I want to make sure you guys watch some of the stuff going on in North Carolina. It's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous that people would put a bounty. They would do lynching on people of their own color, on veterans of the United States military services, right? They would put a bounty on somebody's head, and they would take their property. So as I'm on this side of the street, Denver Almost Out Loud is on another side of the street, right? Seems to me we need to do some Cora demands, some body camera footage on Jay Harris today. Today's date, today, live, while the incident's happening. I want you all to start asking for his body camera, right? For more than just while I was involved. Half an hour ago, 3 hours ago, an hour from now, right now. What kind of bullshit is Jay Harris talking about? He's on an incident. He's protecting a site. See how they're wasteful of all this water? Just watering the sidewalks in the middle of the daytime where evaporative loss is going to occur. I mean, there'll be some drift down to the surface waters over, or the surface soils here, but very minimal, right? Unless it floods because there's a leak or a breakage or a spigot that's facing in the wrong direction, right? Or it's beautiful. Oh, he's looking up. Does he know he's about to be on camera again? What's wrong? Not looking forward to the litany of complaints about you today? Don't worry, they're already ordering your body camera from today. Already demanding it. You're going to be the new defendant. All right, there's a reason I'm 3-0. There's a reason you want to threaten to arrest me, but you don't. Because I'm not violating any laws. And when you falsely arrest me, you become a defendant. Only now you've lost qualified immunity according to the laws of the state of Colorado. So threatening arrest in a false way is probably also a liability for you. You got that insurance purchased? Hi, JS. I'm talking to you. And you don't have to listen. But you just better remember, everybody else is paying attention too. It's a funeral. There's nobody here for a funeral. I really swear there's not a funeral going on. I heard they moved the body in. But for those of you watching live, I don't believe that there's an actual funeral happening right now. It's a little early for that. But we'll pay due respects. Pretty sure I saw him move the body in already. I guess they just want us to go down the alley. I can't go down the alley. Don't you know I was threatened with arrest? Mr. Brandt? Did we not get that part of the show? Step in the alley and I will arrest you. I can't walk in the alley. I'll get his badge number in the arrest complaint. The alley is public. The passes by the church parking lot is not. I don't understand what you're telling me. I was told that if I walked into the alley by the church, that I would be arrested for trespassing. And just show you how ineffective these sprinklers are. Showering the sidewalks. Give you another view of the alleyway. That's fine. I'm going to, but I'm not walking into it because you're not a lawyer and I've been threatened with arrest. And I want to be really clear that I'm not going to violate the order because I've been threatened with arrest. And if the threat is not a valid threat, then we'll need to determine that in a court of law. Because I am intimidated.
So, yeah.
I'm on the California 24th to 25th intersection. I'm not afraid to yell at cops, but I am afraid to go to jail. I'm afraid of my property being possessed, being sexually molested with a nightstick or a gloved hand. They like to do those things. But you can see that Jay Harris is taking off his gloves. He's the one on my right, your left. That's a private parking lot that they have taken. This is a street. Alley, looks like, with stop sign. And then another stop sign, and there's one-way signs in it. And it accesses the street here. Here it is in the road. And then on the other side there is the Denver Public Library. Again, there's stop signs. The alley is accessed from 24th. Okay, I'll go access the alley from 24th. I can do that.
Okay.
So it's interesting while we go on this walk. This is the construction that's now happening at the Excel property. As you can see, there's a lot of it. There's the bathrooms from the settlement, in the spirit of the settlement. Good morning. Uh-huh. Were you just in that fenced-in area? Yeah, on the other side over here. Gotcha. They got a big homeless unhoused sweep going on this morning, moving them along. Yeah, just on the other side of this building.
I heard something about that. They're going to do it.
Yeah, that's what they did. And now everybody's over here. So, this is the public library side. Now there's a funeral. People are showing up. Okay? Wasn't happening before. Just so that we're clear and on the record.
Yeah. Just a second.
So they got the Denver Public Library workers locked out. Morning. How you doing this morning?
All right, honey. What
Yeah?
the fuck are they doing here?
What are they doing? Oh, they just moved a whole block out. You see how they got the
okay.
whole block fenced off? So they're telling people that they're not allowed to die on the streets in the city of Denver. They have to go do it somewhere else.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, being dicks. I was out here homeless. I'm housed now, but... Yep, I used to
Congratulations.
stay right over there in that park on the other side in a tent.
Yeah?
Yeah, and every fucking day, that's what this shit was. Hassle. Fucking hassle.
So how long did it take you to get housed?
Oh, it took me like 5 years.
5 years living in the city on the streets of Denver to get housed. Now, I don't, as you probably know, I'm
I
live
don't
right
want to
now.
be on TV now.
You're not on,
Okay.
just your voice is I'm asked as I ask questions,
Okay.
but no face. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Okay. So it took 5 years.
Yeah.
And did you apply for housing or options
Every year.
outside of
Every year.
Denver?
A couple of times, yeah. Section 8, like Section 8 for Littleton. I also went to, I believe it was Lakewood.
And what was your experiences outside of Denver? Was it the same?
It's the same.
I'll wait and see.
waiting list.
So for 5
But
years.
you know what? Look, all these fucking buildings here that they can make into homeless shelters or where homeless houses for
For people to live
everybody.
in.
Yeah, people that are on the street.
So build houses instead.
Well, no, I mean, even just look how many old buildings we got around here in Denver.
Well, there's one right across the street that's all boarded up with no trespassing. It looks like it could probably hold, I don't know, if it had a working toilet and a couple of showers, 8, 10, maybe 20 people.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, maybe not that many in that smaller house, but it's a possible. Better than
Listen,
being
when
out
I was
here.
when I got sober from crack cocaine after my divorce, I lived in a house that was smaller than that,
Did you?
and there was 15 of us in there. We all had little sectioned off spots with hospital curtains in the basement. There's like 8 of us. The bedrooms on the main floor were shared. Then there was another bedroom upstairs
Yep.
that 2 people lived in.
That's what I'm saying. See, that makes sense. Why not? It's better than being out here.
It's better than being
and
on the
you're
street.
not hurting nobody.
And people kept their stuff clean.
See?
The
Yeah.
conversation I was having about the trash and the garbage and what the responsibility of our society, of our taxpayer dollars, right? There's a bathroom over here in this park over here. Wasn't there the whole time you lived in that park?
No, just a porta potty.
So that's what I mean, the porta
Yeah,
potty.
the porta
But it
potty.
wasn't there the whole time you were there, was it?
Yeah, the porta
Okay,
potty.
so you
was.
came in after the settlement occurred, and now nobody stays there. Pretty much, like maybe on the sidewalk some days and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's really rough. I remember you. I remember you from when everybody was sleeping on the Excel side.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right over here.
I had a damn camera in my hand a year ago then too.
Oh, I'm sure you heard from me too.
Indeed,
All right,
too.
darling, I gotta go.
Go. Be blessed.
Hey,
I'm glad you're housed.
I'm
and-
glad you're doing this, so
Thank
that
you.
way people know, man. People know.
Yeah.
I still got lots of friends out here. I would like to see out.
Good. Taking a time, but it's gotten there. This is a big fence. So this is the side where you get to watch all the stuff just go straight into the trash can, where the garbage is thrown away instead of recycled. And this guy just got moved from just down the street a couple weeks ago, I believe. Huh?
Yeah. Pretty fucked up. Yeah.
It sure is. Great use of text. Be a lot easier if there's just garbage cans and toilets everywhere for everybody.
Stop wasting our time, pigs.
Yeah. Fuck you, pigs.
Let me guess, you're trying to go to work.
What?
Let me guess, you're trying to go to work.
No, I walk out here every day. I'm just sitting with.
The fence apart right there, and they threatened.
Well, don't admit to that on a live stream. Oh,
I don't fucking care.
yeah, I got threatened with arrest too. It's nice.
I gotta go make buttons today.
You need a ride?
Are you going out there?
I could.
Oh, I don't care. Not
Greetings, Karen Sidaro
greetings.
from the Eric Brandt Show.
Happy Fuck the Cops Day.
Happy Fuck the Cops Day.
And that Sam right there, he likes to pull guns on people.
Oh, yeah.
And that blonde bimbo thinks she can call me by my name all the time.
Well, you know, you should be able to call her by her name too.
Hey! Are you the little pussy that tried to bring charges against Candy Citabonka? I
Oh,
think she's the one.
really?
Didn't work out for you, did it? What was the name?
Blonde bimbo, that's it.
Blonde bimbo right there. I think she's the one that tried to bring,
Eric, you idiot. Look up her real name, damn it.
tried to bring charges against, ethical charges against our great city council person, Candy Citabonka.
See the hand washing station back there?
For you, bitch.
See what the people do that the city doesn't do? There's a hand washing station, probably provided by the Front Range Mutual Aid. Right there on the nice little wooden stand.
Right there talking to Sam. Officer Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the hand washing station. They just won't do it. That's right, Jody Abbott. So all this great use of taxpayer time and money, expenses, just, I gotta tell you, makes my day. No, it doesn't. It's a lie. I'd rather be doing something different. So we're gonna provide an option here to slide out, I think. Call it a day. Just another day in paradise. Sitting around doing jack shit. Protecting the crap out of the sidewalks.
This little wire is holding it on here. This little wire is all it takes. Look at that. Sam, look.
Hey.
Hey, what? Who the fuck are you? Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Thank you.
I don't care how much you think you get paid to do something like this. Don't hit me with it.
You should have a job and then you don't.
Hey, I was a firefighter, fucker. A lot better job than what you're doing, you piece of shit, right?
Officer Mallory Lutkin.
That's the bitch. Are you Lutkin? Are you the bitch that did that? I think she is, because she was the one standing there by Sam, her favorite person to stand. Sam, who likes to pull guns on women. This motherfucker here thinks he has any authority. Fucking piece of shit getting paid to do this to other human beings. And you think I'm a bad person? You fucking piece of shit. I've never done anything like this to another human being in my fucking life. You piece of shit. So fuck you.
Ah, Karen Sidaro.
No, we actually care about our fellow human beings. Unlike you fucks, no matter what.
So this is, by the way, outside the Four Winds Interactive. Four Winds is an indigenous name.
How much you get paid for having no morals, motherfuckers? Huh? How much you get paid to do this for the tax? You guys
So-
probably voted for Trump too, you piece of shit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a bouncing option, huh?
Motherfucker here with that. Got better than me. I've never done something inhumane to another human being in my life like this, you piece of fucking shit.
Well, that's one way to end the show. Enjoy, folks. Have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
Cunt boy, sissy.
It's gonna ruin all of my
Boy, you probably
payments, huh? I gotta talk over her so that she doesn't ruin my. Oh, what was that Proud Boy saying?
Boy, bitch. Come on.
Stand down, stay ready.
Boy, bitch. And you
Is that what it is? All right. Stand down, stay ready. Hey, Karen, stand down, stay ready.
Huh?
Stand down, stay ready. That's what the president said.
That's what Trump said. Stand down, stand ready. Are you ready, you piece of shit?